Hi, it's Gwendolyn at Lifestyle Sew. Whoa, have I been busy? Busy. But you've all been busy as well. Trying all your different sewing projects. Well, this is the third video in the JuJu placemats number 2. So far I've done the video 1, doing this one. Then I've done video 2, doing these 2 placemats. These 2 blocks placemats. These 2 blocks. So that's the bat and the witch's hat. Very cute. All very cute. So now we're on to the next video, or the next blocks. So the next block is like the toffee apple block, the sweet block, and the other block. Now do remember, we are going to be doing pallon in this foam. So it's flexi foam instead of the batting. So this comes in, you can buy it in the roll I think, but I can't seem to find it in the roll. But as you can see, it's like a thickness, so it'll give you placemats of sponginess. It'll come folded up in a packet. And the packet front will look like this. But it will come, it'll look like that it's completely crushed in the middle, that it's disintegrated, but it hasn't. You just need an iron, a steam iron. You can use an ordinary iron with, that's an ironing cloth that's wet. Put it down and an iron over the top, but a steam iron is better and quicker. But you must, or better and quicker, but you must get it as close as you can to the actual pallon itself and really steam it, and you'll literally see it pop up. It'll pop up. So you do all the creases, one side and the other side, but don't use an iron straight on this because it will probably melt. It would be too hot for it, I suspect. So steam iron as close as you can, and then when it pops up, move on to the next bit. I normally go across slowly a few times to get it popped up, and then turn it over and do the other side. There you go, that's the finished result of it, and it all just needs to be sewn together and attached to the other one. Now that's all the applique done, so we're going on to the next stage of cutting the pallon and cutting your background. So the easiest way, measure out your placemat. Measure out your placemat. That's fine to iron them down. So iron them all the way around that you're going to fold it in. So it's got to come to cover that stitching. If it doesn't cover that stitching and you're pulling it, just give it a little pull, just so it makes sure you're going to cover that stitching. This will be ironed afterwards also. Now you can use the sticky stuff or web or anything to pull this up if you are unsure. You can use clips, you know, the quilting clips to go along. I probably won't do anything. I will do it bit by bit. When you get to this, make sure that you actually pull this over, and you're going to sew very close to the edge all the way down. But when you get to this edge, can you see this edge? Yeah. When you get to this edge, this is going to come over like this. You're going to fold this perfect to the side like that, so it's a little triangle. Okay, so then you're going to fold that to the center, and when you fold this back over, you will get a little 45-degree angle like that in the corner. Okay, and then you're going to stitch it all the way down there. But if you find it's a little tight, then don't worry about it. Just unloosen it, whatever it is, if you want to get it right over there, whatever. But we're covering the stitches, and we're going to re-iron it again anyway. So it doesn't really matter if it's not 100% right. It won't look any different when it's out, when it's actually ironed, because it is 1.5 inches all the way around. That makes sense. Hi, so it's finished, and it's lovely and soft, and it's beautiful that you can stack away to make lots for the family, place settings. The mitered, let me just show you a mitered corner. So you're going to that focus. See, that's a nice mitered corner, black and white. So I use white thread because it's black and white. So whatever the backing is, I could have used black, but I used white, so that's fine. It is a little bit. What I will say is when you fold it over and you're going to do your corners, or before you get to your corners, when you fold it over, some people do use the actual tape, the sticky tape that you can put down, and then you can fold it and it keeps everything in place, and that's all very well. But if you need to, because once you iron it on, there's no movement to it then because you've ironed it in place. But if you need to pull that binding over a bit more or loosen the material a bit more just to cover those stitches, you can't really do it if you put that tape on. And with this way, with a pal-on, your pal-on is in that binding. It's a nice fluffy binding. So it's nice and firm, as quilt should be, and it's quite hard to do. It's quite hard when you're quilting to get that, you're quilting your batting in, to make it feel. Sometimes it can be very loose. It really is. It's nice. It's professional looking. Yeah. So I'm going to give it one more real good iron on top, just to adhere the top properly to the pal-on again. Just make sure everything's correct. And that's it for today. Well, I hope you found you could follow and you understood what I meant. And see you in the next video. Take care.